YouTube. So I just did my knife video, basics knife video. Well, I did it a while ago and then uploaded it, and then time has passed. So it wasn't just now. I did it earlier. And one of my subscribers commented, Amy Hawkins, I think, and asked a couple questions, and I answered them and didn't think like a lot about it. And then one of my friends called, like, I don't know, 40 minutes later or something, 30 minutes, I don't know. I don't really pay attention to time or the date or anything else like that. And said that he just finished watching my video and I explained nothing at all. And I'm like, what the... Never mind, it doesn't matter what I said specifically. So I went back and watched it, which I don't normally do. And he's right, I explained nothing at all. I was just like, do this and don't do this. So I'm going to leave that one up because I don't want to cover like the basics again, like somebody grabs you and you grab a knife and start slashing. Which, if you're wondering where that knife just came from, I've been wearing it like this all day. Really like this. I've just been around the house, so I'm just like open carrying this. Really like this. Little knife, little gun, one package. Anyway, not the point. I'm getting there eventually. So, the actual knife fighting part, like some crazy ass wacko comes at you with a knife and there's no way to get away from them. What do you do? So we're gonna redo that part because I didn't explain anything. I just told you kind of what to do. Now I did ask him if he wanted to come here, but when he found out I have no training knives here and it's just sharp ones, he said no. Doesn't trust me. It's okay, I wouldn't trust him either. Alright, so to that, re-angle this a little bit. Is that good? That's good? I don't know, I'm guessing. Alright, so I brought the SOG again because I liked how it looked. It was very easy to see. So, of course, you can come out this way, which is good. Quick strike, quick jab. It's not my preferred, though. I like straight out. So, keep this in front, keep this behind your left hand. Always with the black shirt. I always think about it later that it's not a good idea. So, this hand, you want to keep it moving because you don't want to make it a target. Anything that's not moving is something that your opponent can grab. So they come in, grab this knife, and you can't use it. Now, fortunately, I have another knife over here. I have this little guy. So I can start stabbing them with this. But to normal humans who don't carry multiple knives in multiple places on them, you're screwed now. This person has your knife, most likely with their non-dominant hand, while their dominant hand is stabbing you. So you want to make sure you keep it moving. We'll start with the knife. We'll get to this hand in a minute. So you want to keep this moving. You want to keep it moving randomly, different directions, different angles, so they don't even know where the knife is going to be next. So you're doing this. You look like a crazy person, but you're doing this. Keeping it somewhere between a little past your shoulder, slightly past your shoulder, to almost to this shoulder. So this area, and then from a little bit higher than the neck, so up to here, down to about the waist. So this is your area that you want to keep it in. Moving randomly, different angles, moving. No one's going to try to grab this thing. This hand you want to keep moving sort of in this area, very close to the body, very close. So this is your knife and your shield, your first shield. Because if someone tries to come in, this hand with a knife tries to come into you, and this hand's out here, you can immediately cut. Now if they continue, this hand you can block. Because while it's not good to be cut, but you're probably going to be anyway, it is better to be cut here than it is anywhere here, or especially in the neck and throat area. So this is your last shield. You don't want them to cut your hand, but you want them to cut your hand more than you want them to cut the rest of your body. So there's that. Second shield, first shield. So you're moving this one around a little bit, not a lot. This one's going crazy. So this is basically what you look like. Now again, cuts. Cuts are the best. You always want to be moving and cutting anytime you have an opening. Keep it moving. Cuts. If they come in, cut. Especially inside the arm. Now I did cover some of this a little bit, but we'll do it again anyway. Because really you don't even need to watch that first video, really. So the things you want to cut on them. You want to be able to get their legs. That's a great target. That'll take them out like real quick, immediately. Immediately. Neck, this area in here, especially like right here, you've got a nice soft spot right above the collarbone that's got, there's a nice gap between muscles and stuff. Go right through that. And right between them, right between your collarbones, a nice easy spot too. Anything up and down the sides, especially if you can get a good like stab in this area. This is not as close to me as it looks like it is. Anything in there. And one of your best, absolute best, hard place to get to really though, but one of your best, again especially if you have a hook knife. For the love of it, I didn't bring into one again. I knew I was doing it this time. Is in here, right in the inside of the elbow. Again, this is not as close to me as it looks like it is. It looks like it's like scraping me. I got a couple inches. Right in here. You get a knife in here and you pull that thing, go through here. You've cut everything. You've got major veins and arteries and tendons and nerves. The odds of them even continuing to hold that knife are slim. If they do and they continue to attack you, it's going to stop quick, and it's not going to be much of an attack anymore. It's going to be like a toddler punching you in just a few moments. So those are your attack points you want to really go for. One of the big things is though is don't just like look at those points and go for them, because if you go in on somebody, you're also opening yourself up to, if you're that close that you're driving for the thigh, then they're going to be able to get a good kill point on you. You're best off to just have a good defense and then just reach out and get them every once in a while. That's better for you. What else did I want to say? I had something else I wanted to say. Oh, defensive knife. If you're going to have a knife for defensive purposes, now I'm not talking about just like getting somebody off of you, like this little guy that I have, which is just like somebody grabs you. Because this little guy I use, it's on my left side. This is if someone tries to like go for my gun, tries to grab my gun, tries to get it out of my holster. I would just grab onto the gun and the holster and the belt and hold the whole thing together. And then grab this and start cutting at them. It's also serrated, so it's going to keep cutting better. So not like this little guy, but something like this. Or the one that I keep as defense all the time. Unless I'm in Chicago. Assholes. Something like that. You don't want to use this. This is not your knife for cutting open boxes, cutting open the mail, cutting cordage, cutting whatever you're cutting. Neither is this. Not if it's your defensive knife. Defensive knife should only be used for defense. Should be kept razor sharp. That way, any little cut you get, any little tiny touch you get, cuts. If it's not sharp, it's just not gonna cut. Obviously, dull things don't cut, and you're not gonna get in there as deep. You're not gonna get through nerves, and you're not going to get through tendons and things as easily and as quickly. You want to strike and come straight back and go back into your defensive movements. So these should only be used as defensive knives. Now, I mean, I use this thing as a utility knife sometimes around the house, but then I immediately sharpen it, immediately put its razor edge back on, and then I carry it as a defensive knife. You don't use it for both tasks in like the same day. If you're wearing it as a defensive knife, only a defensive knife. Because the ones I carry all the time, well, I mean, there's like a whole bunch of them, but this one is always in my pocket at the top. That's my utility knife. That's for cutting things open. And this one is in the bottom in the normal pocket spot, and that is cutting people open. So you need to have a massive spider just now. So you need to have a utility knife. It doesn't have to be a big knife. It can be something like this little guy. But your defensive knife should never be your utility knife. They are not the same thing. So there you go, guys. Hopefully I have explained defensive knives better this time. Really at all. Anything is better than what I did last time. So that's it for this video. Maybe that's it for the defensive videos. I don't know. Tell me what you think in the comments. Should there be more defensive videos? Should there be a handgun video? Should there be a flashlight video? Should there be other videos? Tell me what you think. So, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.